Oh, I'm so disappointed in the Fever. I'm so disappointed. They nearly dribbled out the clock. They had a chance. They had a chance. All they had to do was score one more bucket, and they had the all-time record for points in a game. It's 70 in the first half. They had 149 points in 42 minutes of action. But unfortunately, they bricked the last shot. Either way, the Indiana Fever win by 35 points in a massacre. A game where Caitlin Clark doesn't play in the fourth quarter and still has 27 and 11. Yeah, she has 27 points on 13 shots, 11 assists, 6 of 6 free throws. Did pick up a 7 technical foul, which is a bit disappointing. But this game was like from start to finish. From start to finish, a massacre. I said in the first 2 minutes of this game, I said Caitlin can score 30, can get 30 and 10 if she wants to. I didn't think it was going to be this easy. I didn't think it was going to be this easy for Caitlin to get 30 and 10. Like, she didn't even play in the fourth quarter. But you could tell this was like a new version of Caitlin Clark. Like, I thought the most impressive thing that she did in the first half was, so Caitlin starts off on fire. She's on fire. She is, in the first quarter, she's 5 for 6 from the field, or 5 for 6 from the field and 4 for 4 from 3. And I was like, for me, I felt like the best thing that Caitlin Clark did was her miss. The move she made for her miss, I was like, holy shit. I've never seen that from Caitlin Clark. And if you agree that was fucking mental game, subscribe. We are trying to get to 60.65K by the end of the day. And if you could leave a like, we greatly appreciate it. 1,000 likes would be insane. If we get like 750 on the stream, 1,000 on the video would be absolutely insane. But it was a game that was kind of there to be won from the start. The Indiana Fever looked in control. They looked absolutely in control. Kelsey Mitchell early on, like Caitlin Kelsey and Aaliyah combined for 50 in the first half. 50. They combined for 72 points, and none of them played 30 minutes. In what? Combined for they were on the floor together for probably like 15 minutes. They combined for 72 points, and none of them played 30. Caitlin played the most minutes at 27. They combined for 72 points. I thought on the bench, I thought Ty Harris was really, really good again. I thought Ty was super. For them, I thought LeCon started off really well. I was impressed by Reagan Beers. I've actually been very impressed. Like, not that she's anything special, but like, for what she is. So I was really, really on the side of early on, in prior to preseason, for the Indiana Fever going out of their way to try and get Reagan Beers. I thought they should have given her a shot in preseason. I think she's better than Demira Stantis. And it's so funny, everyone being like, the Suns suck. They're a good defensive team. And they've been one all year. And not only that, they're a really, really good guard defensive team. And not only that, again, the Caitlin Clark continues to add to her record. Do you know nobody in WNBA history has had a 20 and 10 game in under 30 minutes? Caitlin's had 2 in her last 3 games. She's had 2 in her 25 and 10 in under 30 minutes. She's had 2 in her last 3 games. Nobody in WNBA history has ever had multiple 30 and 10 games. Caitlin Clark, has she played in the fourth quarter, probably has 2 40 and 10 games in the last 3. And this is one of those things where I'm like, it's huge with the Indiana Fever. It's how they play. Caitlin Clark does not have to be your quote unquote best player. You have to run your offense through Caitlin Clark. You can run your offense to Kelsey Mitchell. You can have Kelsey Mitchell take more shots than Caitlin. She took more shots today. I don't really care. The difference is if you run through Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah can have a quiet 22 points. I don't remember Aaliyah boss. If you would ask me coming into this game or leaving the game how many points Aaliyah had, I would say maybe 12. Maybe 12. And it's so obvious the only way this team works is running through Caitlin Clark. You can run to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey can shoot more shots. You got to run through Caitlin. Caitlin has got to be the first option. Because why? She doesn't only look for hers, she will pass as well. She will pass to Kelsey. She will pass to Aaliyah. Whereas Kelsey just really looks for hers. That being said, if you are going your turn, my turn, if you're going your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, I'll give you that. In that specific scenario, if that is what your goal is, yeah, you can argue the team works better with Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, you can argue that. I'd be dumb to say say that's not a case. But if you play, this is all anyone has ever asked for. Play like a completely like juiced up version of 2024 Fever. You have you had the blueprint. Make them this much better on defense. Make them a competent defense. Not a good one. Make the 2024 Fever a competent defense and you have a champion. It's as simple as that. That is all you had to do. You just had to make a 2024 Fever competent on defense. It is easy. It is easy. It's so easy. Just do what you did then. Take credit. As Robin said, you give Caitlin Clark the keys and you take credit for it. Simple as that. You just don't get in her way. Because when Caitlin Clark is cooking, Kelsey Mitchell can cook. When Kelsey Mitchell is going iso ball, Caitlin can't get into rhythm. We've seen it plenty of times. Caitlin is genuinely a player when it comes down to it, like that can survive off ball, on ball. She's just a hooper. Caitlin Clark kind of needs rhythm. She's a different type of player. It is well and truly a case where the Indiana Fever function so much better in this way. They function so much better when you are going through Caitlin. Not to Caitlin, through Caitlin. For Connecticut, I thought LaCon was good. I thought Ledger Walker was awful. I thought Diamond Miller was awful. I thought Sanaya Rivers was very poor at times. Sanaya Rivers at times, she was okay in that game. I thought I was impressed enough for Reagan Beers. Gianna Neepkins sucks. I get it. We made Gianna Neepkins look okay. She sucks. I need to be very, very clear about that. Gianna Neepkins stinks at basketball. At the WNBA level, obviously. But, yeah, the Indiana Fever, when you have a franchise record, when you have a shot to break the all-time record, it is a crazy. It is genuinely crazy. You had a chance to break the all-time record, and Maisha Allen just messed it up, and Ty Harris just kind of shit herself, for lack of a better way of describing it. You had the opportunities. But at the end of the day, this is a team that's starting to click going into All-Star break. And I don't know. I really, really don't know what the situation is with this team off the floor, on the floor. We can only, as I've said plenty of times, we can only speculate based on what we see publicly. What I'm not going to do is go out there and say Caitlin Clark is sad. I can say Caitlin Clark looks sad. You can say Caitlin Clark looks sad or looks pissed. That's fine. But when you cross it to Caitlin Clark is that, rather than looks. It is what it is. But with this Indiana Fever team, if they look like they're having fun again. Caitlin Clark looked different. She has looked different today, but good performance, really good performance.